About this interview. She was one of the most influential figures in American history. We're talking about who many people call the mother of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks, and she's being honored on the big screen with the new documentary, My Life with Rosie. And we are so pleased to have the brainchild behind all of this, the director and also cousin of Miss Rosa Parks, Dr. Angela Williamson. Thank you so much for being with us. It's really an honor to have you.
It is my pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
This story, incredible. So to give people a little background, now you were in town or have been in town right this weekend to talk about this documentary where we had a special screening yesterday, right?
We did. This is actually the Las Vegas debut.
Awesome.
And it's part of the Action on Film Festival, and they have a number of film festivals that happen at the same time. But what's amazing about this documentary is that it has 9 nominations.
Congratulations for all the accolades, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. It is incredible experience for me. But really what I wanted to do, because I actually am an educator, so I wanted to make sure that people would know about Cousin Rosie, know a person that is beyond our history books.
Right.
And so why I could do this is because I married into the family over 20 years ago, and I was that little girl reading about Rosa Parks.
Of course, many of us were,
exactly,
you know?
Exactly. And then I become part of this family and I start hearing things that were not in my history book.
Yes.
And so I thought, God, this is really interesting.
That's incredible.
So almost 20 years later, and just a change in all of our lives, professionally and personally, I decided it was time to tell the story. And when I decided it was time to tell the Williamson side of the story, everything came together.
Incredible. And you have that unique perspective because you said you married into the family. A lot of us are from the outside looking and remember growing up hearing about Rosa Parks. And so you're telling some of these stories by way of this new documentary. So just to kind of give us a little like insider scoop, maybe tell us something that maybe we haven't heard that's kind of interesting that we can take away about Miss Rosa Parks.
Well, so our history books actually end at the time where they have the segregation for 1 year, and then at the very end, segregation's over, and then we don't hear too much about Rosa Parks until probably about maybe the 90s, where she starts to get all these wonderful accolades.
Of course,
So what happened to her?
In between that time,
And so what happened to her was that she moved to Detroit because my husband's grandfather helped her move to Detroit. They could not get jobs. And when she gets to Detroit, she realizes, oh, well, they don't have legal segregation, but they have underground segregation going on here. I'm not done. And so there's 4 decades of her in Detroit fighting for human rights, and no one ever talks about
it. Oh, that's incredible. Until this documentary. That's why you have to see it. It is fascinating. I'm just, we're so fortunate that we had someone like you to give voice to this. And it's gone all over the world, because you were talking about how even people in Japan had reached out to you saying that she had gone over there and you didn't even know, just talking about her reach and her influence. So I want you to tell people where they can see this, because I know we had the Las Vegas debut yesterday, because people want to get their hands on this. They want to see it.
I know. Well, luckily for Las Vegas, I will be back.
Oh, good.
On September 7th, I will be part of the Silver State Film Festival, which is at the Orleans. I believe that is a Century Theater. And it will be showing at 4 o'clock on that Friday. And after the 4 o'clock screening, I will be doing a Q&A. So if someone had questions that they thought about while we were doing this interview, or they have more information to share with me about Cousin Rosie, I will be there, and I would love to meet them in person.
Dr. Angela Williamson, such a pleasure. Thank you. You are a gift, as was your cousin, the late and great Miss Rosa Parks. So definitely keep that date on your calendar. We'll put this interview on our sister station's website, news3lv.com. All right, stay with us. We'll be back.